Okay, so coming back to show the garage with the cabinet doors open. Over here on the right, this cabinet remains unchanged from the original proposal. We have adjustable shelving here on the left and a large open bay here on the right. The adjustable shelving here on the left is roughly a foot wide, I do believe. Yes, it's just under a foot across on the inside. And with the shelves being adjustable, these can be really any height we want, or we can remove them entirely. On this side, we have very much the same thing. This is the shorter shelf here that we have shortened up in order to allow room for this light switch. And we shortened it to allow this corner wraparound to make it. Let me show you that with the doors closed so you get a better idea of how that looks right there. So moving back over here to this side. So we have four of these bays here that are identical. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All three of these bays are the same, and the thing to point out about these bays, these shelves are entirely removable so that you don't have to worry about having those in place if you need to make some extra room, or you can put them in place if you don't really need the room and need the additional shelf space. And those will slide in and out on a series of dado grooves that I'll cut into that cabinet so you can have some level of adjustability while maintaining the strength of the shelf in case you wanted to put something up there that was fairly heavy. Now on this side we have just some simple open back shelves where your wall will be exposed on these as well as in the corner, and those are secured to the wall so that they don't fall just by backer strips of wood shown here. And then we have the same type of open shelves after we round the corner and we get to our 8-foot tall units, and these guys are shown with a center divider right down the middle, and each of these center shelves inside of these will be adjustable or removable as well, except these guys will sit on top of adjustable shelf pins instead of the dado grooves. That allows for a little bit greater adjustability, and you don't have quite the strength, but on a smaller shelf like this shouldn't be an issue. The ability to remove the shelf entirely allows for the hanging of additional space, things like shovels and rakes, things of that nature. You had mentioned that you had more things to hang up than what would fit in the cabinet on the other side, so that adjustability gives that. The only problem that we run into here is this center divider. Leaving the center divider in place would create a situation where we were limited in how wide of an item you could hang up on the shelf by the width of that central divider, which is just under 2 feet. If that is going to be an issue, you can let me know, and I can have this center divider not attached permanently so that it can be removed. And we can do that with some pocket screws. There are various ways to do that where you can get it out but still have it fixed in place well enough to be able to support the weight of things on the shelf if you do want to use the shelves and load them up. Moving on to the other side, see the same thing here. The only difference really that we're looking at is it's a narrower factor. It's not quite close to 4 feet like the other side. It's more like 3 feet on this shelf over here. On the workbench, just as before, we have the area where you could stand, put a trash can, or put a tall computer chair. And on the right, we have just a double door with a single shelf. This shelf is probably best to be fixed, but that is optional. You can let me know how you want to go there. And on this side, we have the drawers. And I have each of the drawers pulled out in steps so you can see the individual sizes of the drawers are different as you move upward. And that pretty much wraps up the proposal. So I'll get this video sent over to you, and you can let me know for sure when we are ready to get started.